What's up, YouTube? It's your boy CEO Habasha, and we're back with another video. Damn, I kind of look rusty, all dusty and shit. It's cool. Today's Tuesday. It's a new day. Just got done with a workout. I did triceps. Yeah, I did that. Ooh, my armpits. Ooh. Anyways, I know exactly what I'm gonna talk about in today's video. So let's get into it. All right, so let's get this going. I got my, smoothie. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a smoothie right after workout. You feel me? It just like rejuvenates. You feel me? Like it's just the thing. You feel me? All right. So as you can tell by the title, I'm just here to like basically just give y'all a little spiel about myself and like my experience in college, and as well like my decision on doing YouTube full time instead of like either doing PA school or like doing more school and then work for somebody. Like, if you already know what I'm trying to say, you feel me? Like, basically, I'm just not trying to work for somebody for the rest of my life, okay? It's just not gonna work. It's just, for me, it's just not in me, you feel me? Just, all right, there we go. We got that out of the way, you feel me? But anyways, so look, I spent like 5 years getting a medical degree and a minor, right? So my degree was in health studies, which is what we in Seattle, like in Washington, we refer as public health. Actually, it's referred everywhere as public health. Yeah, okay. Anyways, and the minor is neuroscience, right? And that's what I spent my 5th year on. There was like a few classes that I couldn't take last year because they were only offered this year during like certain parts of the quarter or certain quarters, like winter quarter. So you feel me? I just had to stick with it and keep going. So that's what I did. And I guess the biggest lesson in the past 5 years of college for me is if you want to get anything done, you just need determination. Like, that's genuinely it. Like, if you're determined, you could literally do anything. And that just shows me because, like, bro, I spent 5 years in school, you feel me, doing a lot of things that I've been known. I just, like, I had a feeling, but, like, it's really real. Like, a lot of the shit that you, excuse my language, well, yeah, a lot of the things that you learn in college, you're not finna use on a daily basis, all right? A lot of it has to do with just, like, the basics, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but, you know, like, even me, like, going into public health and then, like, having, like, interests in, like, neuroscience, like, I wasn't able to just, like, go ahead and just do that specifically. Like, I know in, like, other continents, like Europe, at the age of 18, if you want to do med school, I mean, of course, you got to do the testing and all that. But, like, if you want to do med school, you go straight to med school, you feel me? But here in, like, the U.S., and I'm sure other places too, you got to do, like, this work first. Like, you got to do all these busy work, you feel me? To get to that point, you feel me? Okay, I got to get used to this. I'm sorry. Bear with me. But yeah, like, I literally spent a good amount of time, at least my first 2.5 years of college, I was just dealing with stress, unnecessary stress. And like freshman year, okay? For those who are not even in college yet, but you'll see this, bro, the classes are like weed out classes, okay? For example, my first chem class, right? Literally, it was literally like over 150 students, right? For chem. As the weeks gone by, 2-3 weeks after the first exam, bodies were dropping like flies. Like, people were just, okay, I gotta really remind myself the camera's right here. Okay. So basically, yeah, like, people were just further. Okay, all right, buddy. Okay, we're just gonna go with the flow. We're not even gonna edit this shit out. All right, you're gonna see nothing is perfect. All right, we're all humans. We make mistakes. But look, my point is that, yeah, a lot of the classes are weed out classes, and they really just test your determination. Really, like, it's not really even like, are you smart? Like, are you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it's like, can you comprehend this material? and then what can you do with it? Like, let's see that. That's all. But a lot of the classes, like, I'm not gonna lie, my first exam in college, yeah, chem exam, I spent hours and hours and hours studying. I was a 4.0 student in high school, for instance. I got like, what was it? I was a Coleman student. Like I got like a scholarship that paid the rest of my high school, like the rest of the 3 years, like after my freshman year, because I did so well and I was doing so well. I got selected for that. But anyways, besides the point. What I'm trying to say is like I really studied, right? Spent hours and hours, nights and nights, just to like get a 55 or some shit and I'm not gonna lie, like a nigga like kind of broke some tears, like some tears came down. I was just like, wow, all right, this is a great start to college. But like, it's just like a different level, I guess, and you just have to get used to it. And then also you got to realize that like the professors, they be on some weird shit too. I'm not gonna lie, like they'll tell you to study one thing and then like it'll be completely different. So you really gotta like break it down. Quizlet was like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? YouTube videos, all those type of things that really helped explain. Like I had to have another professor, which was like those videos, Khan Academy, shit like that. Really, that really like got me to like get better at things. And honestly, it's also like the people that you surround yourself around too. Like I had people my freshman year that were doing the same thing as me, but then kind of drifted off, and like we still were hanging out, and I realized like this is not gonna work like that. But anyways, look at me, like I need to just stay on track. This is why we have a list, all right? Or things that I've jotted down. Wow, I can't speak. But anyways, look, so what led me to like graduate with a degree in health studies, public health, and a minor in neuroscience? For one, I'm gonna just say this. I'm sure you've heard it, and if you haven't so far in life, here you go. Health is wealth, all right? There's so many meanings behind that, but just understand health is wealth. If you don't take care of yourself, then you're just not gonna last that long. Like, I'm sorry, like you really gotta take care of yourself. Whether it just being active, all right, or like, you know what I'm saying, just eating right. Like all those things really matter. And like we're also consumed with so much garbage because of advertisements, or not even advertisements, but like just stuff that like honestly distracts us from what like reality is, which is like us living our lives. Like that's what I genuinely believe. Reality is what you do next. So yeah, and so what is it? Having a knowledge regarding public health allows me to really view healthcare on a global health, global level. There we go. So what I mean by that, so like all the classes that I've taken so far, right? It's given me like a perspective that like, okay, fly, whatever. It's giving me like this perspective of, okay, well, the U.S. is like on a different time of timing in terms of healthcare, whereas other countries are struggling very badly. Actually, and I just want to like put this as like something that actually stuck with me. I believe it was like Colombia, Cuba, but there's actually like South America has a better healthcare system than the U.S. Let's just put that out there, all right? The U.S., we be making money, okay? The U.S. be making money. But again, like I said, health is wealth, all right? And there is a lot of things that like I feel like North America can like take from South America in terms of healthcare, because they really be making healthcare over there free, and then the way that they just be like checking up on their people is just crazy. But anyways, look, it's already 9 minutes. Let's go. But anyways, yeah. So that's just like a little like intro of just like, okay, look, this is what I've really gained through my classes, like perspective. And so like, yeah, so meaning like in terms of like my global perspective in terms of healthcare, like I've realized that like there's so many parts of the world that actually don't even have proper knowledge, let alone access to healthcare. And like I said, I'm first generation Ethiopian, right? So one of my lifelong goals is where I'll be going back home to create a better access to health and like improve that. I had to like switch over. I like really wrote this stuff down, but basically like, yeah, my lifelong goal is to go back home, create better access to health, give knowledge to my people, um like create a better system, because the system that we have, like, it's not just in Ethiopia, it's everywhere in the world. Like, this is a really huge problem that I feel like if we focus on health instead of wealth, you feel me, like if we start off with health and then go to wealth, you feel me, things would be a whole lot better. But people just be, money hungry and shit, and it's just like, really, it doesn't work like that, honey. You feel me, honey? All right. Anyway, what I mean by better access, right? So like currently we're all in a pandemic. This is 2021, right? COVID's a real thing, okay? I'm just gonna say that, like, be open out there. I actually had COVID not too long ago. Like this summer, like you'll understand. Like as these videos go on, you'll understand the type of summer, like, or you'll get to see like the type of summer I literally had. I'm not gonna go into details really right now. I feel like you'll understand, you'll see. But like, look, when I'm talking about a pandemic, bro, this pandemic, like, I really got COVID, okay, from my sister who's vaxxed, right? And I low-key had less symptoms than she had, and she's vaccinated, right? But anyways, that's besides the point. Like, we're all in a pandemic, and like, well, a lot of countries such as Ethiopia are just getting vaccines now. And I'm sure there's a lot of countries out there still to this day, like, behind all the political and all the shit, like real deal, like, are still like, they don't have the vaccine, or there's just like these little black markets or just things that people be doing and just like selling fake vaccine. It's really bad. And that's what I mean. Like, health is wealth. Like, we should be focusing on the health before the wealth. But anyways, yeah, like, so like, there's just, it has to do a lot with like the health policy guidelines, as well as like particular politics, which have just gotten in the way of ensuring the lives and health of individuals and families are taken care of. Like, it's kind of like taking away from that point, you feel me, like, which is to take care of them. And again, like, health is wealth. Again, health is really vital. Let's just make that clear. I really love like taking care of myself, because when I take care of myself, I've really noticed that like my body just be acting on a different type of level. Like, quick little disclaimer, I started working out my freshman year of college. I was like 116 all of high school. I was really eating shuttle wet like just every day. Like, that's just all I ate. I was that skinny, shuttle wet. Like, for all my Habesha people, like, you know what that means. But yeah, like my gym day started like freshman year of college, and that just put me on a different type of level in terms of my body, my mental space, and then also just wanting to eat good, because like I know that I'm treating my body right. And it's really like, when people say like, oh, it's so expensive, like good clean food and all that, but it's like, we all have a choice, and it's like, really, you gotta focus on what you're spending your money. And I'm not talking to people who already have jobs and have a family. I'm just talking about like you, Anta, yes, our age, like us who make money on our own, like people who already have jobs. Like, we all have the choice to like eat good or just eat some quick fast food. Like, I know Chick-fil-A is smacking. Trust me, I know. I went there like for a year and a half straight. Like, I didn't even have the excuse my language, the Chick-fil-A app. People's like, I got clowned for it, I'm not gonna lie, and still to this day I don't really care. But I spent so much money on Chick-fil-A that I swear, if the Chick-fil-A tracking app seen like me, like if I had the app and actually did that stuff, fuck the platinum, excuse my language, like, screw that, like, they would have been sent me a black card. Like, that's how much of a Chick-fil-A head I am and fiend. But I just had to stop, because that shit is just, it's good, but in moderation, like once in a bloom, like my dad says, has always said, once in a bloom. Anyways, what what I mean by editor, okay, we did that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and then also just a slight disclaimer. You feel me? Um, I said gin earlier, right? When I said like health is wealth, gin health is really vital. So whenever this video reaches Ante or Anchi, you know, whoever can tell me first in the comments below, like what I said gin means in my previous video, drop it down in the comment below what it means, and then by that, like besides that or alongside it, put your like Cash App thing, and I'm gonna send you $20. But that's to the first person, and I don't know when that's gonna be, but I promise you, I'm gonna check back to this thing, and when I see that, I'm gonna send it to you. All right. Um, and yeah, so okay, the neuroscience aspect. All right, let's just get that out of the way. So why neuroscience? Like, why, like as a minor, like why do you even spend that much time to do that? Well, brain has fascinated me since like my sophomore year of high school. Shout out to my high school teacher, my health teacher, Mr. Anderson was his name. Sure he's still alive to this day. Solid dude. Solid man. Anyway, so like he was just like on some shit. Like he was like, yo, like there's, you know how teachers be like, oh, like you're gonna take away something from this class, and you know what I'm saying, like no cap, like he wasn't kidding. I like the moment we got into the like the neuro, like the brain aspect of the class, like the levels of sleep, like that, you know, your brain like operates on, like the levels that there are and all of that, right? That shit just like had me hooked. I don't know why. So I just like ever since like him teaching us like stuff about that, I just constantly, and I'm the type of person that I be like to myself, to my thoughts, I observe, I listen, but like I really be in my head. And so yeah, I was just like, yo, like this is something that I gotta like just, you know, continue studying about whenever I get the chance. And that kind of led to like, I think it was like my junior year I started, or maybe my end of the sophomore year, like the summer. Shout out to like my like teacher from freshman year, but also she was like an advisor, Mrs. McFlaren, I think it was her name, right. Anyways, yeah, she put me on with this doctor. He's a neuro-ophthalmologist, and I had an internship, and I got to work for him for like 2 summers back to back or some shit like that. But anyways, really active because I got to be in that environment of like how like doctors operate. It was a private practice though, so it was his own thing. You feel me? And it was cool to just be around that because like I got to like I fucked really hard with like the environment. Like I really enjoyed it. And then I guess people are like, okay, so if you really enjoyed it, then why are you not doing that? Or like, why do you not want to be in that space? It's not that I don't want to be in that space. It's just like I know that like genuinely in the next few years, one source of income is just not it. And I don't want to like, I don't want to say slave, but like really like I don't want to give away another like 4 or 5 years of my life to like an institution that's going to take a bag out my pocket the moment I'm done. They're already, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, let's just say this. I have an aunt or like a cousin, family friend that like just not like a few years ago, she graduated and like finished her residency in neurology. And she was telling me how like, well, I have an idea of like how much she owes, and like for how much she owes and like how much actually from all that, so she's taken, which is like only 10% she uses on a daily basis. Just imagine like the time, effort you spend. Like me personally, I just don't want to do that. There's others that are for it, and I commend you and I support you and I love to see that. But me personally, I feel like I can do a whole lot more with my time. I'm just a self-sufficient person. That's just who I am, always been. So it's like I feel like I can do multiple things at once, or build myself up to that point. Like say these next 3-4 years, right? Instead of going to school again, I'll spend these next 3-4 years and invest in myself, which we'll get to it. And it could be like a journey of ours, onto like, it could be like our little thing we do together, whether it's just saving our money, investing, just looking at things that just like will benefit us in the future. That's what we're finna do. um so anyone that's into school right now, definitely do it. I have this, like, this is literally, I found this, someone had posted this like a few months right before school was about to, I was literally gonna finalize my college. And it goes like this. It goes, it's better to have your degree and not need it than to need it and not have it. Let's just read that one more time so it just kind of sits in. All right. It's better to have your degree and not need it than to need it and not have it. All right. So I'm not saying don't go to school. I'm not saying that shit ain't worth it. No. You need, like, in this world, like, especially in the US, you need a background. You need something to, like, carry yourself. I feel like that's something that, like, kind of gives you a better edge in comparison to others. But hey, I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people out there that didn't do school. They're like, fuck it, and they turned out really well. It just goes to show that, like, anything is really possible in this world, but education is very important. I mean, I'm Habesha, and if you're a Habesha watching this, you know how the Habesha parents are. The education is important. Eshi, like, that's the number one. Demi, stupid, but yeah, man. Anyways, yeah. Now you know why I am doing YouTube full time and not going back to school, bro. I'm not gonna lie. School is enjoyable. School is memorable. I'm gonna say this though. For one, for those who are about to go to college or thinking about going to college, just understand this. That shit is not for you to go make new friends. I'm sure you'll have like 1 to 2 lifelong friends, maybe out of it, maybe even a wife or something. You never know. But don't expect shit, for one. All right, don't go into it thinking like this is gonna be like some, like, I don't know. Just make sure that you're focused and you consistently remind yourself of what you're doing and why you're going to college, like why you're going there. Like, have a reason, have a purpose, and make sure that you do that. Because for one, the one of the hugest things I realized in college, like it hit me really fast, was how time flies. Freshman year went by hella fast. Sophomore year, same thing. And I did summer quarter like 3 out of the 4 years for 5 years, being there. And that's really by choice because, well, I mean, I had stuff to do, but I also was just like, I'm just gonna keep going. Like, so it's not to say that, like, you don't need a break or don't take a break or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, it's a grind. Just stay focused. And yeah, just keep at it. You feel me? Like, don't be so caught up with everyone else's shit, because again, college time flies and you're really there for yourself. At the end of the day, whether you got a loan out of it or you're paying out of pocket or whatever, like, you're there for yourself. You're not there for Bob or Jerry over there, or, you know what I'm saying, Amanda or some shit. Like, you're there for yourself. Okay, so make the most out of it. And also definitely try to connect with people who have the same type of goals, mindset, early on, because that's gonna help a lot. And yeah, man. So yeah, one last thing before I end this part of the segment or this video in terms of college for today, at least, I want you to realize, take it from me and listen from me in terms of this part. Make sure when you're in college, though, when you're taking these classes, that you're taking classes that genuinely interest you. Because like I said earlier, a lot of the classes are filler classes before you get to where you need to be. So a lot of those filler classes you can actually replace and do something. Like, there's prerequisites, but then there's like what we had is called VLPAs, and like stuff that are like count towards your graduation. So my point is just make sure that if there's a class, something that interests you, and you find that in your college or whatever campus offers that, take advantage, take it. Whatever your advisor says, trust me, bro. After my freshman year, I stopped listening to my advisor in terms of like, what's it called? Because they're like they're just like one route, one path. That's it, and they really try to be stacking your shit early on and stressing you out. And so after that, my older sister was my advisor for the rest of the like years of my college, because it was just like, bro, this is ridiculous. Like, why am I taking calc and chem and biology at once? Like, it just like they really be like, they really kind of like, it's almost like they forget that you're human, right? And it's just like you're a robot and you just got to do this and this. But it's like, at the end of the day, you're human and you know what you want to do. And if there's something that interests you, trust me, do it. You're going to be thankful that you did. Because I started doing that like more my sophomore year, and it was still related to health, but a lot of the classes that I took really like blew up my perspective in another way, that I feel like if I had carried on the way that my advisors wanted me to do, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed as much. So yeah, should be smacking like, oh god. Oh God, it should be smacking. Just one a day keeps all the negative BS away. But also, I think you might have been hearing some like zzz. I think you can hear it now even more. This is my Mac is still doing its thing. I'm backing it up since yesterday. Yes. Since yesterday, I'm backing it up still. Back it up. Anyways, what does it say? It's 59.38 gigs out of 77.08. So once that happens, once it's fully backed up, I'm wiping that shit clean, and hopefully my shit will properly work. And yeah, anyways, I don't know. You might be hearing some shit in the background, but that's what it is. All right, I don't live with that type of noise all the time. Like, just understand. You just gotta go with the, roll with the punches. All right. Peace. One last thing. I'm just trying to get my outro. Ouch. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to get my outro right. And I introduced myself. And I gotta end the video by also saying, this is CEO Habasha, and I'm out.